I'm Dr. Lisa Marie Lee, and I'm the founder of Link Results. And we help businesses to maximize employee performance through the use of evaluation of HR implemented solutions to ensure efficiency, effectiveness, positive impact, and return on investment via the leveraging of the employee experience. An example of how we can assist businesses is by helping to ensure the positive impact and return on investment of DEI initiatives. There's numerous methods to conducting an evaluation process. One of the methods that we prefer for determining the impact and return on investment of initiatives such as DEI include the Kirkpatrick evaluation model. This model is based on empirical research on adult learning theory and motivation of performance. And it is based on 4 levels, which focus on reaction, learning, behavior, and results. Specifically, it is of the understanding that if there is a positive reaction to a DEI initiative, for example, then individuals be motivated to learn that information. And if individuals are motivated to learn that information, then they're going to be willing to retain that information and then apply that information on the job. And then from there should be a positive result and impact based on the desired outcomes of the designed and implemented DEI solution. It must be understood that each level of the Kirkpatrick model is linked. So as mentioned, positive reaction means learning. From there, it links to actual behavioral change, which there links to the actual desired outcomes. That's the goal and the understanding of utilizing the model. And in order to have a strong and strategic approach to it, we utilize SMART objectives for each level and the understanding of how data will be measured, the data collection method, the data source, the time frame for each implemented process, and the responsibility. So for example, as you can see through the reaction level of level 1 for this example initiative, I think this one is based on psychological safety. Yes, psychological safety. And you see you're looking for 85% positive reaction from participants. From there, you're going to have an 80% of positive, you're looking for 80%, at least 80% of knowledge retention. And from there, an observed 20% increase in inclusive behaviors. And from there, you hope to have the desired outcome, the objective of reduced turnover among underrepresented employees by 50% within 6 months. That's a way that we help to track throughout the process of the implementation and further after it. As you can see, it can go on from 6 to 12 months to 18 months. In order to have a clear understanding of if actual behavioral change is occurring when implementing a DEI initiative, it's important to utilize performance tracking measurements such as the expected performance, the actual performance, and then of course any performance gaps or needs for improvements after a DEI initiative is implemented. This is necessary to know where behavioral change occurred, why it occurred, how it occurred, and if there are any influences that have resulted in any continued need for new improvement to ensure that actual goals are achieved. Overall, this is to allow for you to forecast during the expected performance phase when you're conducting the design process, and then the actual performance, which is occurring during the actual implementation process, to then calculate the business impact and return on investment. And then after the implementation process, when you go back and you look and see that there are actual gaps still in performance, and that's to help forecast and gain buy-in for any new changes to the DEI initiative and so forth, as you continuously evaluate and look at how change is occurring within the business. Now, once you have a clear understanding of the actual performance or the changes in performance and what those outcomes are, then you need to focus on determining the monetary value of the changes in behavior and the actual performance. And as we know with DEI initiatives, it's all mainly a lot to do with actual behavioral benefits and behavioral measurements and perspectives. And so those are not necessarily numerical or monetary or measured in a monetary way. So your goal is to link that to actual tangible and measurable outcomes within a business, whether it's based on different metrics that the business already has or determining based on actual changes and what those monetary changes resulted in for the business. But once you're able to calculate the monetary values for different changes in behavior, whether they're tangible or intangible, then you're able to go on and determine the return on investment of the DEI initiative and have a clear understanding of its actual impact, whether through intangible benefits, tangible benefits, and monetary actual value and worth for the business to determine if it's an actual asset. Overall, once you're able to determine the actual monetary value of DEI measurements, whether they're intangible or tangible, then you can go on and calculate the return on investment of the initiative. You already know that you will have specific intangible and intangible impact measures, and from there, and you've worked to determine the calculations based on the understanding of the actual business's history of performance and its impact, and even the actual performance and impact that can be linked to the actual behavioral outcomes through the implementation process, and you've gotten those numerical numbers, you should be able to have a clear understanding of the financial impact of the DEI initiative. For example, for the psychological safety example that I've demonstrated, you can see that the financial impact resulted in the program saving $43,750 in turnover cost, increasing revenue by $200,000, and an improved well-being by $50,000, totaling a $293,750 in tangible benefits for the business. So as you see, we were able to convert well-being, which is an intangible measure, to a monetary value of $50,000, for example. This shows that this shows for the investment, every dollar that's invested, the business earned $55.09 in profit. Furthermore, as we've utilized for this example, a long-term return on investment approach to determining the return on investment, and it shows that for every dollar spent on one-time setup costs, the program is generating $162.18 in net annual benefit after accounting for ongoing costs of the initiative. And this is a great way to demonstrate and showcase the value of DEI initiatives. As you can see from this simple breakdown, that evaluation is imperative to the implementation of DEI initiatives. And of course, overall, all HR solutions, as well as it is estimated that between 25 and 30% of budgets of a company are utilized for HR solutions. So it's imperative to have a clear understanding of the actual value of these investments and if actual change is occurring from these investments and if that change is actually valuable and an asset for a business. Overall, to have a clear understanding, you must utilize evaluation to know the actual worth of performance, how performance is occurring, why it's occurring, the actual gaps in performance, and overall just a clear understanding of what's going on in a business. It's imperative and necessary to ensure that HR is a continued asset for a business. To learn more, of course, I can provide trainings on this type of understanding of evaluation, coaching, and of course, consulting services as well. I can be reached at lisalee@linkresults.com, or you can also check out my website, www.linkresults.com. That's LINKEDRESULTS.com. Thank you.